Alrighty, we got our weekly comic book reviews, everything I had a chance to read for June 18th, New Comic Book Day. Let's get into it, starting off with what I most recommend you guys check out. It's gotta be Exquisite Corpses, issue number 2. Excellent stuff from Tiny Onion, Image Comics, James Tynion IV, Michael Walsh. We have a guest artist, we got Ignazi coming on. This just continues the excellent momentum of the first issue. I thought issue number 1 was the best issue number 1 of the year so far. And yeah, if you're into slashers, especially, if you're into kind of conspiracy, alternate history sort of stories, this is the perfect story for you. So we have a bunch of different crazed maniac killers that are dropped into a small Maine town, and they're doing a battle royale. So whoever ends up winning this game, the rich mega, billionaire sponsor gets to control the US for the next 5 years. So that's kind of the situation that we got going on here. But this series is starting to also focus on some of the innocent bystanders that find themselves in this main town in the middle of this crazed battle royale game. So yeah, I'm just loving it. We got great character work from James Tynion IV, Michael Walsh, great art from Ignazi. They didn't skip a beat. The artwork continues to be amazing in this series. We get crazy killers, like for example, this guy's name is The Congregation. He's covered in other people's skin that he's cut off. A lot of different crazed killers, a lot of different innocent bystanders, and it all makes for an excellent series so far. So Exquisite Corpses, definitely not one to miss. Next up, we got Krypto the Superdog from DC Comics. This is the story of how Krypto the Superdog got to Earth, right? So Superman's parents were doing some experiments on the rocket, trying to figure it out for Kal-El, but before sending Kal-El in the rocket, they wanted to do some tests with Krypto, right? So they put Krypto in the rocket, they sent them off, and then something went wrong. Krypto got caught up in a wormhole. That's kind of how he ended up on Earth. So if you're into cute animals, you want to know about Krypto before the new movie comes out. If you're into movies like Homeward Bound, you guys remember that movie from back in the day? It seems like this is going to be the story of how Krypto is on Earth, and he's sort of looking for Kal-El, just traveling the planet, right? So initially find him in Metropolis. It'll be interesting to see where we go from there. Ryan North, great start with this one, and then Mike Norton's excellent artwork. Really lovable stuff, great look for Krypto. So yeah, definitely recommend that one. The Ultimates 13, just a great issue for this series. Dennis Camp's just killing it. Really inspiring stuff. Excellent artwork from Frigeri. So this is like the next step in the Ultimates kind of plan. They're kind of taking it back. They're doing everything with a new approach. They're kind of going out and recruiting the public to kind of join the Ultimates to fight back for the better world that they believe in. So really interesting and kind of, inspiring stuff from Dennis Camp here, especially, fighting off fascism and stuff like that. Stuff that we deal with in our world. Obviously, Dennis Camp is speaking to that, the kind of rise in right-wing nationalism and that sort of thing. Interesting stuff with these alternate version of the internet that the Ultimates created so they can kind of disperse real information, real news and stuff like that. And yeah, just interesting stuff going on. Really loving this Ultimate series. And yeah, really inspiring stuff. Great cliffhanger, great twist ending there too. So yeah, man, Ultimates, might be able to jump on with issue number 13 and back it up and read some trades if you're interested in checking it out. Next up, we got Absolute Flash, issue number 4, written from Jeff Lemire. Huge fan of Jeff Lemire. We got A.L. Kaplan coming on as a guest artist. And yeah, we still see Wally West. He's out and about, still kind of running away from home. He's kind of like a lost teen. That's kind of what Jeff Lemire is going for here. I'm glad that he's still joined by Gorilla Grodd. That's pretty cool to see that relationship kind of grow. And yeah, Wally West finds himself kind of in a homeless teen sort of shelter, meeting new people. He meets Linda, so that's cool to see how that relationship will kind of grow. And yeah, I'm just really liking what Jeff Lemire is doing here. You got the Rogue still trying to figure things out, trying to get Wally back. The dad is still after him. And yeah, I'm just liking the direction of this series. Great guest artwork from A.L. Kaplan. Moving right along, we got Batman and Robin Year 1, issue number 8. Mark Waid, Chris Samney, Mateus Lopez on the coloring. Just excellent stuff, man. So this is a great look at the early relationship between Dick Grayson and Bruce Wayne, out in the field as Batman and Robin, but also working together as father and son, trying to figure that relationship out as well. We get this mob boss guy who is trying to go after everybody who he thinks is the Batman, trying to cross him off his list so he can have better control of the city of Gotham City. And yeah, so that's kind of the story, what's going on here. This crime boss is working with Two-Face and Clayface to cross off the list and go through everyone who might be the Batman. That way the Batman can be dead and he can control the city. And in this issue, the crime boss guy is going after Bruce Wayne, who he thinks might be the Batman. So fight ensues in Wayne Manor. And yeah, really cool stuff with Two-Face, really cool stuff with Clayface as well. Just loving the series, man. Great early detective kind of Batman series, and a great early look at the Dick Grayson too. Really liking that relationship. So yeah. Next up, we got the New Gods, issue number 7. Loving this series. We got Ram V, Evan Cagle. And yeah, this one's pretty good because we get the Justice League Unlimited kind of coming head to head with the New Gods. And it's really cool seeing Evan Cagle just depict all these Justice League characters. Beast Boy, Animal Man, you know, got Cyborg, Wonder Woman, Superman, all the different Green Lantern characters as well too. So yeah, I'm just really loving Evan Cagle's art. He's quickly becoming one of my favorite artists, especially working at DC. And as far as the story goes, it seems like the prophecy is all coming to how Metron kind of predicted it would. This kid is still super important, but now that the New Gods and the Justice League have each other's help, we'll have to see where the story goes from there. And yeah, also just really loving the artwork from Evan Cagle. I can't give this guy enough flowers. Really excellent stuff. Next up, guys, let's talk about Bug Wars issue number 5, dude. Really love this one. It looks like we get one more. Issue number 6 will close out this volume, but we get Slade. He is talking with all the spider witches, learning more about kind of his role and the amulet's role in this kind of bug world out in his backyard. And yeah, man, I don't know what else to say about this series that I haven't said already. It's just really epic stuff. It really is like, you know, Ant Bully and as far as the kid shrinking down and stuff like that. But he's in this world, this bug world in his backyard. All these different clans all around, and they're all working together to try to kill his brother, actually, because his brother uses the lawnmower, he mows the grass, and that kills a bunch of bugs, right? So all the bugs are gonna team up and try to go after his brother. So he's got to get back, he's got to save his brother before all the bugs try to kill him. And we also found out that the bugs, they might take over the world, dude. So Slade is kind of the one person that stands between all the different bugs taking over the world, but also killing his brother. Interesting stuff, man. We'll have to see where that goes. And hopefully that volume 2 comes out sooner rather than later. Excellent artwork from Mohamed Azar and Matthew Wilson. Excellent world building as well. Just really loving this one, man. So 2 more issues to talk about, guys. We got Superman Unlimited issue number 2. I thought issue number 1 was really great. Dan Slott's off to a great start with a really interesting premise. This kind of meteorite that's landing in the world that's filled with kryptonite. This nation has kind of taken it over and is using it to get rich, get super rich. They're also kind of underground selling all the different kryptonite out to a bunch of different criminals around the world. So it's making it harder for any superpower people, any Superman family members to kind of fight back. And we get a look at Superman's new power in this. So he turns gold and he's immune to kryptonite for a little bit, but it uses all his different energy, all the solar energy in his body when he turns gold. So yeah, man, it's just kind of an interesting, kind of fun Superman story. I think it's off to a really great start. Interesting kind of premise, changing up the world just enough with all the kryptonite out that anyone can get their hands on a lot easier. So yeah, just that little change has kind of made this pretty interesting read. So we'll have to see how Superman and the rest of the Superman family handles the kind of emergence of kryptonite weapons that everybody can get their hands on. So really loving this one so far. Issue number 2, I think that one's a good one to jump on. Last but not least, we got Nightwing number 127. In this, we get Nightwing. He's kind of pulled back and forth between protecting his sister that we found out in the last volume with the Tom Taylor stuff, I think. But then also protecting Babs out in Titan Tower. Sounds like something's going wrong in Titan Tower. Something with the 5th dimension, right? So you're gonna get into some weirdness with this arc here. And yeah, Dexter Soy's artwork just continues to amaze. Really think it's a great look for Nightwing, but also just a great look for a superhero series. I think it's really cool. It's got like an edge, like a cool, clean edge to it, and very much a darker tone as well. So yeah, man, I'm just having a ton of fun with this Nightwing series. We get this cop, the Spheric organization. They're helping out the cops by giving them superpowered weapons. So Nightwing's not a fan of that, right? You got a bunch of superpowered cops running around. And yeah, dude, so Nightwing trying to help out, trying to see what's going on with Titan Tower, and he's got to go in and save Babs in this issue. So we'll have to see what happens in the rest of this arc. But yeah, man, Dan Waters, Dexter Soy, they've just been killing it. But that's everything we got, guys, for weekly comic book reviews. This is everything from June 18th, like I was saying. make sure you guys let me know what you think about it in the comments. And yeah, next up, we got what I've been reading, so let's get into it. So that's what we got in this video. We did our new comic book day haul. We did our comic book reviews like we do every single week. We also talked about what I read in the month of May, what I read in the month of June. We talked about a new July #1s, new series that are starting that you can tell your local comic book store about. And then we finished it off by doing our monthly comments, your comments for the month of June. Thank you guys for watching, and read more comics.